Hello, and welcome to the screencast about my social studies lesson plan. In this screencast, I'm going to be talking through the purpose of this lesson plan, also talking about the step-by-step kind of procedures that we would have gone through in this lesson plan, and just reflect on the lesson planning process in general and how I think it went. Now, the topic for our lesson plan was going to be about the U.S. government, specifically about the three branches of government. Now, going into our learning objectives, which matches the kind of goals and purpose of the lesson, was to have students understand the federal, state, and local governments, identifying the terms checks and balances, and engaging students in discussion about the importance of each branch, but also engaging in conversation and discussion with peers. We really wanted to make this a fun lesson for students. So, kind of going through the procedure, this is a kind of comprehensive list of the entire vocabulary in this lesson plan. Now, the U.S. government has a lot of parts to it, and it can seem overwhelming and daunting, but what we would have done with this vocabulary is kind of throw it in there, not throwing a giant list at them, but slowly talking through it, hitting on the points here and there as the lesson continues. So the first thing that we would have done is to kind of gain the background knowledge of our students. Now, gaining background knowledge before a lesson is really important because it can really shape how your lesson is effective for students. So we would have asked students how they've interacted with the government, what they know about the government, have they have any experiences or knowledge about the government. And this would be really good to get our students initially engaged, but also for us as teachers to learn about what our students already know and to learn about their experiences. So then, as continuing on in the introduction, we would have done a really fun vocabulary video. Now, vocabulary puts a fun beat and rap into kind of talking about a topic. So this was a really fun video that is awesome to listen to and kind of jam to, but talks about the three branches of government. Now, in the bulk of the activity, the next step we would have done is to create this graphic organizer. Now, pictured here is an example of the graphic organizer that we would have been doing with our students. Now, it would have been a really creative way to get students involved with learning about all this information about the U.S. government. Students can add their own flair. They can create their tree however they want to, but they're also getting all this important information about the U.S. government, the specific parts of it, and what it's supposed to do for our country. So in this part of the lesson plan, we talk about the branches and what we would have students write about in the branches, what they would draw about, and just all of the information and details of the lesson that we would have given them. Of course, we wanted to take time at the end so that students could really color their tree and make it their own and something that they're proud of. You know, proud of learning all the content, but also proud of creatively and design-wise. Now, at the end of our lesson, we would have done a Kahoot. And now a Kahoot would have been a really great way to engage the students, having them interact with the content and also have them work together and discuss about the lesson content. So listed here are the questions for the Kahoot. Like I said, we would have had students in groups of 3 so that they had a chance to talk with the people around them, learn about what they learned from the lesson, and just get them talking about the content and the government. So again, at the end, we would continue to kind of engage students in informed discussion about the U.S. government and linking it back to the purpose of learning about these three branches, checks and balances, while also, touching on things that they want to still learn about and what they are really looking forward to in the next steps of the lesson. So overall, I think this went really well. I'm really happy with the lesson plan. Me and my field partner put a lot of work into it, and we're really proud of the outcome. We think it would have been very effective. We're sad that we weren't able to actually teach this to our field placement students. It would have been a great way to interact with them and learn about what they know, give them really cool information, and kind of exemplify what we've been learning in our social studies class and how to design an effective social studies lesson. So thank you so much for listening to my screencast, and I hope to talk to you later. Bye-bye.